What's up, Lock Talk family? It's your boy Jason, and we're back, man. It's been a long time, but I'm happy to be back. It is September 4th. I'm back for some MLB picks, player prop predictions, and breakdowns. So if you've been liking the content, you want to keep on seeing me come up here, hit that subscribe button, like this video. You can always leave a comment to get a chance to win a free daily card. And hey, man, tomorrow the NFL is back, so we have a ton of sports going on right now. WNBA has been an absolute fire. 17-4 on the season so far. That's an insane rate, man. Been all player props, but I've been absolutely killing it. Basketball is one of my best sports, especially the NBA. I can't wait for that to be back. But NFL props, totals, quarter bets, half bets, some of the specialties that have kind of made me big on IG. I absolutely crushed it in the Super Bowl for the last plays in the NFL last year, and we're going to do it again, man. And you know what? Baseball has been absolutely blowout as well. So every sport we've been touching has been absolutely turned into gold. And I cannot wait for the NFL. And if you cannot wait with me, definitely grab the NFL season pass. Only $4.99 from today or whenever you sign up all the way until February 9th. Includes every single football play I give out, whether it's DFS plays, player props, sides, totals, teasers, etc. And you can even finance it using buy now, pay later like Affirm, Afterpay, Klarna, which will break up this payment into smaller chunks with no interest if you choose to do so. If not, you can also go to that pinned comment down below. I left a special promo code for everyone that's watching this video, man. It's my special thanks for everyone who's been supporting the YouTube grind. It's a different type of grind. I did just come back from a trip in St. Louis. I did some vlogging. I still haven't posted my other vlogs when I went to the wedding in Italy and also London, and I'm going to be posting a lot more stuff. I'm going to Miami this upcoming week, so got a lot of stuff going on, man. So again, guys, if you guys do want to tap in, go to that pinned comment or the description. You have a way to win a free daily card or many other things, man. So let's get it rocking and rolling, man. If you guys do have any questions, let's get it going. Leave it in the comments and let's go crush the books, bro. So let's talk about some of these plays that I do like today. And I already have it open up. All right, so let's go. Let's talk about, let me move this up a little bit so then we can get all the pertinent information that we do need. All right. So the first play, I usually don't talk about too many hitter props, but this one I do like. I like my man Lawrence Butler. Oh, before we go, yesterday, this past few weeks, we've been on an insane winning streak, man. 2-1 yesterday in MLB, another winning day in MLB. We've been absolutely crushing it. Last week, I was up 9 units, and I've had another positive week. I went 2-2 yesterday, but the free play did win. Chris Sale over 18.5 outs. That was plus money at plus 100. We hit also over with the Athletics first 5, team total over 1.5 runs. They got 2 in the 4th inning. The only play that I did lose was the Dodgers. That game going over 9 runs. They got 8 runs. The Angels had a guy on 3rd. They had a chance to just even push, and we could have had a blowout winning sweep, but they couldn't get the one more run just to give us the push at least. Nonetheless, it's all good. Let's have another winning day and continue this hot streak that we've been on. The past 3 weeks have been absolutely red hot, and I can't wait, man. NFL's back, but let's get to the subject at hand, man. My man, Lawrence Butler, he's been on absolute fire. He is one of the best hitters for the Athletics. Left-handed batter. I mean, just take a look at the chart, man. He is 10 for 10, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And this is not a mistake. If you go on DraftKings or BetMGM, he's been absolutely crushing it. He gets a lot of plate appearances because he hits pretty early in the order. And, you know, he has some pretty decent numbers. So, my man Lawrence Butler, I mean, against George Kirby, so far he's been hitting at a 3.333 on base percentage, fairly good. He has 1 hit so far, and across, I guess, you know, you want to call it his batting average against right-handed pitching, pretty much even, man. I mean, even though this is red on the screen, I mean, look at that. It's basically the same goddamn thing. George Kirby, though, against left-handed bats, his ERA goes from a 3.63 all the way to a 4.48, and Lawrence Butler is one of the most dangerous guys, and he's been on a hot streak, man. I really like the spot for him. He has pretty strong numbers against George Kirby's pitch mix as well. If you take a look at his pitch mix, 0.375 weighted average batting average on a fastball, which is 33% of his his pitch mix. Not only that, The sinker, not as good, but the K rate's still pretty low. I mean, I think a little bit below average, so a good chance for him to get a hit off that. And then on the slider, 23% of his pitch batting average, a weighted on base average of 400. That's pretty insane. Strikeout rate's a little bit higher, but nonetheless, across George Kirby's entire pitch mix, Lawrence Butler has pretty good numbers across the fastball, the slider. Not as much against the sinker, but a lower strikeout rate against the sinker, which is a positive thing. He needs to get one run. If he gets a home run, I mean, that's a blowout. But if he gets a run in, an RBI, and a hit, if he gets an RBI and a hit in, that's it. We cash on this play. I like Lawrence Butler to continue his hot streak. George Kirby has not been in the best form as well either, and they're playing in Oakland, which is a much more batter-friendly ballpark relative to Seattle. And a lot of these pitchers in Seattle have much better numbers at home, which makes sense. Seattle is a much easier place to hit. If a ball goes flying, it likely will stay in the park versus another park. So I like Lawrence Butler to get over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, and it's pretty decent odds at minus 120. So that's going to be the first play that I'm looking at for this game. Lawrence Butler. I know people don't like the Oakland Athletics. I've been making a ton of money on the Athletics so far this season, especially with these things like yesterday, that 1.5 team total over, blowout winning. But all right, let's go to the next one. In this one, I'm a little curious why this number is so low, but I mean, I could explain why in the next slide. But you know, let's be careful. But I do like my man Spencer Arrighetti over 5.5 Ks. And you take a look at the chart, it's pretty impressive, man. 7 out of the last 10 games he's gone over it, and not even just gone over in blowout fashion. 11 Ks against the Phillies, 6 against Baltimore. Baltimore's a tough team to strike out. He didn't get over the White Sox, which is pretty surprising. I didn't have a play on it, but I remember this play. I was surprised he couldn't get over his number. I think his number was at 6.5 or something like that, or 7. And then Boston, I mean, they've been striking out a pretty high rate, but 13's a lot no matter what. Tampa Bay, 12. I mean, they also strike out a lot. The Dodgers have been also striking out a lot. So he has struck out teams that have been striking out at a very, very high rate. If you take a look at the odds, this is not a mistake. We take a look, minus 120, minus 140 on some books. Obviously, if you're on Prize Picks or one of these other DFS apps, you might be able to get better odds. But obviously, you have to line them up or pair them together with another play or another player prop. But I do think he's in a good spot. He pitches pretty deep into games. He's gotten as far as 7 innings. And if you guys remember in the beginning of the season, if you've been following, I was saying for a long time, he was getting rocked. He is a top prospect for the Houston Astros, which is why even when he was getting rocked, they were letting him pitch deep into games. And he's been doing very, very well. We take a look at Cincinnati. They have not been striking out as much over the past 30 days. But on the season, man, you take a look, 27th ranked overall in the season in terms of strikeout rate. I mean, Spencer Arrighetti on his own is also an extremely high strikeout type pitcher. We take a look at him. Let's see. Strikeouts per 9, 10.93. That's insane, man. That's a really high strikeout rate per 9 innings. We take a look at his pitch mix, the fastball. Some of these guys above 20%. And then the curveball, another high one. Let's look at that. 50, 42%. I mean, the guy has that strikeout stuff, and he can pitch deep into games. I'm a little curious to why the line is so low. I have to kind of look at his splits against righties or lefties, to be perfectly honest. I'm not really sure why they have such the line, in my opinion, is a little bit soft. But I mean, maybe they give us a gimme. I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see. On average, he's been striking out guys at 7.6, median of a 6.5. So I do like this line, man. I think Spencer Arrighetti can get 6 strikeouts in this game against Cincinnati team that, you know, they've been playing a little bit better, but he's a unique pitcher, man. He's a top quartile type pitcher when it comes to strikeouts. So Spencer Arrighetti over 5.5 Ks is my second play. And then the last play I do like in this game, and you guys might not know too much about this guy, but Bowen Francis over on his outs. He's going to be going against the Phillies, and he's honestly been one of the hottest pitchers in the MLB right now. He's been actually shutting dudes down. He shut down the Boston Red Sox in Boston, which is impressive, man, because anyone that throws with a right hand has been getting absolutely rocked over the past 2 to 3 months against his Boston team, and he has done very well. Shut down the Angels, which is, you know, not super impressive, but still pretty good. Chicago, maybe if you guys been watching them, they've been absolutely killing guys they've been one of the hottest teams against right-handed pitchers, almost anyone. And then again, he went against the Angels twice and still shut those guys down. It's always hard to shut down a team 2 times in a row. He did get rocked against Baltimore, but I mean, I think this is when Baltimore was actually hitting decently well, or one of the hottest hitting teams at that time in the beginning of August. So I can't be mad at that. He's going against the Phillies, who of course are a super dangerous team, but they have not been hitting that well or as well over the last 30 days or the past 2 weeks against right-handed pitching. They've been killing lefties, but righties, not as much. I don't want to go over the pitch mix. I mean, there's going to be some guys that have on the season have really good numbers against all these type of pitchers. I mean, guys like Castellanos, Schwarber, Harper, etc., Turner. I mean, it's a dangerous lineup no matter what, no matter how you want to slice or dice it. But I do think with his current form and how much of a leash he's been getting, I mean, he's been able to pitch over 90 to 100 some pitches. I mean, he was very efficient in this Boston game, only pitched 70 pitches and got through the 7th inning. So, I mean, I think he could do that again against his Phillies team, who has not been hitting as well. On the other side, they got Christopher Sanchez, who is not that great. So even if maybe Bowen Francis gives up a run or two, they may leave him out there for a long time just because, I mean, they really have nothing to play for. So they kind of want to, in my opinion, they want to build this prospect up. They want him to pitch deep into the games, get some reps in. Even if he's in trouble, give him the chance to kind of learn how to get out of these jams. And he's got a pretty decent leash. So I think in his current form and how he's been pitching, and then how poorly or not as great the Phillies have been hitting, I think 17.5 outs is a good line, a line that he can get over for sure. There are other ways you can play this house. You can do the Ks or the hits allowed. I'm sorry. You can do the Ks. I mean, his line right now is at 5.5. The Phillies, I mean, they have not been striking out too much against, right-handed pitching. So I don't know. I think I would rather do the outs. Obviously, they have it plus 5.5 at juice odds for a reason. If you want to get 4.5, you have to pay minus 180. He's gone over that in the last 5 games, but I like the outs, man. I think Bowen Francis can pitch deep into this game and get a bunch of these Phillies guys out, be efficient, get strikeouts, and get through 6 innings. So, yeah, guys, that's the last play. Just to recap, I do like Lawrence Butler over 1.5 HRR. I also like my man Spencer Agati over 5.5 Ks. And then last one, Bowen Francis over 17.5 outs. If this has been helpful, man, leave your boy a sub, comment, and make sure you go down below if you want to get all my plays, which include the WNBA, or grab that NFL season pass, because look, I'm telling you guys right now, this price will go up once you see how we crush all these sports, NFL included. All the prices will go up because I'm going to have too many sports, too much value. WNBA, MLB, NFL, and wait until NCAA football comes into full steam for me, included with NBA. And if you guys been watching me from Instagram, you already know NBA is one of my, if not my best, probably my best sport out of all of them. And I've been absolutely killing it in MLB, which is probably the hardest sport to cap and be profitable in the long run because it's the streakiest one. But guys, again, thank you so much for all the support, man. I'll see y'all in the next one.